Congresswoman Ilhan Omar spent the last 2 years denying serious allegations that she married her own brother so he could stay in the United States. Well, now a member of the Somali community in Minnesota has come forward with new evidence. Fox's chief breaking news correspondent Trace Gallagher is standing by in our West Coast News Bureau with all the details. Trace.
Laura, when the accusation was first made a few years ago, Democratic Congresswoman Ilhan Omar tried to knock it down by calling it absurd. Then, when the media turned up a wedding certificate, Omar went silent, refusing to make any comments at all, saying she does not talk about her family or personal life. Well, now others are talking, like Abdulhakim Azman, a prominent member of the Minneapolis Somali community who is now on the record telling the Daily Mail that in 2009, Ilhan Omar married her biological brother Ahmed Saeed Almi so he could remain in the United States and attend college. At the time, Omar was married to Ahmed Hersey, but it was a religious marriage, meaning there was no Minnesota state record stating that she and Hersey were husband and wife. And so marrying her brother would allow her sibling to get his legal immigration documents. But Mr.
Take this time out to hit that subscribe button, hit that follow button, whichever one you're watching me on. Let's get back at it. I can't believe this shit.
Just saying that Omar married her biological brother. He also gave the Daily Mail the name of the Christian minister who married them. That minister reportedly says she does not want to be involved or interviewed about the Congresswoman. And while Omar has refused to talk about the allegations, today, when the co-host of The View, Meghan McCain, retweeted a story about the alleged sham marriage, writing, quote, "How is this not a bigger deal?" Omar responded, quoting, "Paying people to generate fake news stories in order to delegitimize me and those I represent isn't a good look. Desperation is a sad mobilizing tool." Of course, this has become a lot more than just a media goose hunt. Last month, our corporate cousin, the New York Post, reported that the FBI was investigating the marriage and had met with a source in Minneapolis, and Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, is also looking into the matter. Laura.
Trace.
First, Representative Omar improperly and deliberately filed for a tax status for which she was not qualified, an illegal action in both federal and state law. The Minnesota Campaign Finance Board found on June 6th of this year that she illegally used campaign funds to pay a law firm to review her tax records. The Campaign Finance Board exposed crystal clear probable cause for a tax fraud or tax evasion investigation when they discovered that Representative Omar filed as married and filing jointly with Mr. Ahmed Hersey in 2014 and 2015. During those years, she was legally married to Mr. Ahmed Elmi. Did the illegal filing produce a lower tax liability for the couple? Did her illegal tax filing bring her tax exemption for which she was not legally qualified? Usually people choose the tax filing status that yields them the lowest tax liability. Also, the board shared that the couple filed jointly during 2 specific years. Ilhan Omar and Ahmed Hersey have been together as a couple for 17 years. Given her record of crimes and violations of so many laws, it may be worth evaluating her claims of status in those other years as well. Second, Representative Omar lived together simultaneously with her first and second husbands at the same addresses in Minnesota and North Dakota in 2009 through 2011. The tax enforcers may need to check if she used an illegal tax filing status and obtained tax deductions, including standard deduction levels for which she was not qualified in those years. Third, we know that Representative Omar took improper kickbacks from 3 Minnesota colleges in 2017 when she oversaw their state budgets in 2017. Under campaign pressure, she returned those kickbacks in 2018. It is worth checking to see if she reported the kickbacks as income in 2017 or deducted the paybacks as expenses in 2018. 5 grounds for an investigation include corruption in public office and tax evasions on grounds of illegal filing status, improper deductions, concealed income from kickbacks, and improper claims for expenses. We are also aware of Representative Omar's pattern of improper conduct. She has been fined by the Campaign Finance Board for diverting campaign funds for an unpermitted political trip to Orlando. She has been directed to pay back her expenses for uncovered political trips to Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Chicago, Florida, and Washington, D.C. She has been punished for conversion of campaign funds to pay for personal legal and accounting services. She has flouted laws regarding the filing of her personal financial data in a way that distorted the political campaign process. On June 25th, I asked my Congresswoman Angie Craig to launch an investigation into these improprieties. That went nowhere. She said, do it yourself. So on July 23rd, I asked the U.S. House Ethics Committee to investigate Representative Omar. That request is currently being reviewed by the Office of Congressional Ethics. On that same day, I launched OmarTruth.com in an effort to rally Minnesotans and Americans to help bring political pressure to bring about a congressional investigation. After 2 weeks, we have over 44,000 citizens expressing their strong desire to bring about a full investigation, and the list is growing. I will be adding today's request to the facts available on OmarTruth.com. Today, I and 9 other representatives are asking the nonpartisan federal and state tax enforcers to open investigations. We are simply asking them